Hey, it's Josh, aka Spieglass. I'm making this video to demonstrate my Lindy Fralin pickups that I just got. They are the split blade Strat pickups. There are a couple things I want to go over that some people might be curious about. One is, are they really hum canceling? How quiet are they? And two, just what they sound like. There are some videos on YouTube demoing the pickups. However, I feel like, if I remember correctly, before I got them, I was watching some. A lot of them are pretty old. I think as far back as like 8 years old. There's one that's like grainy Blair Witch Project looking footage. So I thought I would do an updated one. Additionally, typically when people demo stuff like that, they go through an amp. Anytime I've demoed guitars or pickups, as you can go check out on the channel, it's always direct in because that is how I record. So let's take a look at the sound that it makes. What we're gonna do, and after I explain this, we'll just go straight to the computer. I'm gonna do two guitars that are single coil, then the Fralin. I'm gonna record like 5 seconds of sound into Reaper, and I'm gonna boost up the volume a lot so you can actually get a reading on the meter. We're gonna get a decibel reading, and you can see with your own eyes, hear with your own ears, and hopefully that'll answer your question. Additionally, when we play, I'm going to change up my signal chain a little bit to demonstrate it, and I'll get to that. But the guitars we're going to use are a PRS SE277, and I wanted to do that because I feel like this makes a little more noise than the other ones, but also they're humbuckers with a coil split, and I feel like noise is a little different when you split coils as opposed to just single coils. The next one we're going to do is my Kiesel S6. These are the Kiesel lithium pickups. These might be the quietest single coils I've ever heard. When I plug it in direct, I almost don't notice anything, and when I plug into my amp and go from 10 to 0 on the volume knob, I don't really hear a difference. They're super crisp and super nice sounding, so I would have expected that to have more noise, but it doesn't. So this is a really quiet one, which will be a good test as well. So after those two, then we'll do the Fralins, and we're gonna keep as many variables as we can in place, which I think is doable. So let's go to the computer and we'll check it out. All right, so we've got the PRS baritone. I have it in neck position, coil is split, volume and tone all the way up, and I'm going straight into a Focusrite Scarlett 4i4. Nothing else. So you just have the preamp. I don't even have the gain turned up on the Focusrite. It's all the way down to limit noise, and that's that. So yeah, we're going to hit record and then boost the volume, and I'll do it to the other two guitars, and then we'll look at the meter. So here we go. Now the Kiesel, put it there, and 5 seconds for this. Make sure neck, all dimed. Here we go. Okay, and now the Fralins, which I have installed in my Nash S57. Put it there, 5 seconds, here we go. Oh, make sure this is all turned on. Here we go. Another thing, I try not to touch anything, particularly the strings, because I would run ground and interfere with any noise it might make. So, let us jack all the volumes up and make them even. So let's do, that's at 10 decibels. One thing I need to mention is I'm not gonna be able to have the sound going because I forgot that I'm recording an ASIO on Reaper, and that takes away from volume ability in OBS, which is how I'm screen recording. But more than anything, it's the visual here that we're looking at. So let's make this bigger so you can see. So remember the first one here, this is going to be the PRS. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Let's just reset the meter, and that'll give us another visual. All right, take two. So at the very end, 55.8, it was kind of hovering at 56.2 for the majority. Now the Kiesel. Wow, that was 54, so actually not quieter than the PRS like I thought it was. Okay, and now the moment of truth, the Lindy Fralin split blade Strat pickups. 59.6, a few decibels lower. Now, if you're wondering, is that good? Is that, should it be lower even more? Keep in mind, this is not a shielded guitar, and in any way, the back of this pick guard isn't. There's nothing inside the body here. So any of that sound is not coming from the pickups. It's gonna have to be coming from somewhere else. I have a phone here recording. I have a computer with 2 monitors, 2 speakers, plenty of electrical stuff. Although you can see I've dismantled my pedal board for the moment. Lights above me. Point is this is not the best environment. So it definitely is quieter, which is really what I wanted to demonstrate. So with that in mind, let's listen to the sound of them, and hopefully that'll help you in your journey to find pickups. All right, so let's hear some sounds. The only difference between the signal chain of recording the noise and the signal chain now, I was going direct into the Focusrite, but now I'm going from the guitar to the Earthquaker Devices tone job, because direct in sounds so lifeless and shitty, and honestly, just this pedal alone, this is one of the most underrated pedals I think there is, not even Earthquaker, but certainly an Earthquaker underrated version too. And then it's going into the 500 series preamp and EQ. And you might be saying, well, why aren't you just playing it completely dry? Well, if you were to get pickups and play them, or any guitar, you're gonna have it in your signal chain. So whether that's EQ after the fact, whether it's an EQ pedal or a tone shaper like a boost with a 3-band EQ, maybe you have like a tube amp, something, it's going to change your tone. So I figured, why don't I put it in my signal chain? You can hear it how I use it, and that'll give you a sense of like, oh, he's using some EQ and it can sound like that, I'm in. So I'm just gonna use my signal chain. No other effects though. Guitar, tone job, 500 series stuff. So I'm just gonna go through each setting, just play real quick. And again, it's a Nash S57. The pickups themselves, I should mention, it's vintage output, high output. I went with high output in the bridge because I hate clean bridge pickups. So my thought was, well, if I use the bridge, it's gonna be with distortion, so let's get a higher output. But to be honest, even though I hate clean bridge pickups, I think this one sounds better than any I've ever heard. I think I might even like it more than the second position, bridge and middle. Not saying something, so hats off to Lindy and team. So anyway, let's get into it. We're gonna start on the neck position. Neck and middle. bridge and middle. And bridge. So my bad playing aside, I think you get the point. I think pretty much every position sounds good. The middle one, I'm still kind of on the fence on. I also need to bring these strings in. These are obviously new after replacing the pickup, so I felt like I was sticking there. But you may have heard like some popping in there. I definitely was. I think it might be a static issue. Like I said, nothing's grounded or nothing's shielded in here, and I'm wearing these like, I don't know what you want to call them, jogger pants, like tracksuit pants. So I'm wondering if it might just be static. I might have to check a couple grounds, but that's just my amateur-ish stuff going on there. But otherwise, the pickups sound really good. I think the most surprising thing for me is how much I dig the bridge pickup compared to usual. I might even say I like it. That's kind of new. So anyway, that is my demo of the Lindy Fralin split blade Strat pickups. I got it.